in the morning because I'm not in a hurry. I wake up in the morning and I just relax.
How do you meditate?
I start my day slowly. See,
are you saying that because I run in the morning? Are you saying that because I run in the morning?
No, I'm saying like my day is slower. It's like I'm living in Coast, but I'm in Nairobi. It's more productive.
Yes.
Even in terms of how I think, in terms of my strategies, in terms of
what you accomplish, and even just plan, because I think that's the worst thing that you can have. I'm telling guys like right now, understand when I'm doing something, you see it on TikTok, it's because I'm at peace. I'm at peace.
True.
I didn't know, like, even that setup that we've talked about the camera. That's a setup like I just did 2 days ago.
Wow.
And I've had this camera and lenses for like the longest time, but I didn't have like just peace of mind.
Yeah.
But of course the apartment had to come correct first.
Before
all these other things. And since you've brought up like meditation, how important is that, and how like do you just go your way about it? Because me, running is therapeutic to me. Come take a shower. After my run, I'm good. I can do anything. So you've said meditation.
Like last year, so many things were happening, and it started affecting my my health. Like every morning, I'll wake up. I'm so anxious. Like I throw up every morning. Now you don't have anything. The previous night, I didn't even eat probably. So my stomach is empty. So I'm just throwing up the bile juice. Is it bile juice?
Yeah.
The yellow thing.
Yeah.
The yellow-green thing,
That's
one.
Crazy.
Every morning. And then I realized, I can get ulcers or something like this. And then, after that, I'm just going through life. I'm not even taking my time to sit down and
relax,
think.
Just what's going on?
What's going on? So that's when I started watching Yes Theory. I don't know if you know them.
I do.
Yeah, when I started watching Yes Theory and Thomas. So I realized how just sitting and just breathe. So I started the breathing exercise, especially when I feel like puking. I started the breathing exercises.
It was that bad?
It was bad. I was puking every day.
And it's for no reason at all. Just wake up.
I wake up, I don't even know how to explain it.
That's crazy. And you're not going to give a speech somewhere, Nini.
I'm not a parent. And I'm like, you're putting so much pressure on yourself.
Pressure, yeah.
You are so young. Why do you want to achieve all these things so fast?
Yeah.
It's like, slow down.
I think
sometimes I feel like I put pressure on myself so much that not out to they are living life, having fun.
Have you ever seen like you go in a supermarket and you're like, hey, okay, how do these people do it?
I fear.
Because they're like 3 children. They're running, is pulling you, another one is screaming. And then they're just like, you know what? The ones that I respect the most. You see those mothers who are always like just ignoring the kids. It's like there's nothing happening.
It takes a village. The village, it's your time.
The kid is screaming. But I'm like, how you this is here in the shop. You're telling me even at home you're going back to this. And then I'm just like, I respect that. Because you need to, can you imagine how you have to like just chill? And that same kid who's bugging you, get home, it's like,
because these
I'm
days
hungry.
In the morning, I don't want to know. So imagine if you because that really helps me.
That kid will wake you up in the morning.
Like through those seasons that I had, like it's now a practice.
Yeah.
In the morning, I just want quiet time. I have my 1 hour to read, maybe a 1 hour in class if it's a day like today when I'm coming to. I have an activity to do, but. Maybe if I'm at home the whole day, at least it's not like 1 hour.
Not crazy. Yeah,
it's not crazy. Yeah, so at least right now I feel I'm in a better place. Like you see the way you hear people say anxiety, like those are people who don't know about life. Like it's real.
It's something that's real.
You get so anxious for no reason.
I think anxiety to me maybe came that it hit me like I think last year. Because my mom was in hospital with COVID and stuff. Just that recovery period. It wasn't last year or last year, but one.
And then you're seeing other people's parents like...
Going. And then now here's the thing. I remember, was it last year? But I'm just trying to remember the specific period. And then I remember at the time I was just like, I'm looking at my account. I'm like, there's no way I can help my mom. I'm just trying to see like, okay, what else am I supposed to do? Because I'm like, do I sell the car? Do I do this? But I'm seeing like, even if I sell the car, I don't think it's going to be enough money to Nini. So I was just like, you know what? Now I appreciate and respect other things way more.
Yeah.
Like health-wise, I remember she had a problem with breathing.
Yeah.
So now when I'm running, I'm like, no, I have to run because
Yeah.
my energy is there.
Yeah.
I understand what it takes.
Yeah.
Seeing somebody who can't breathe well and stuff. Money, I understand why it's important to
Yeah.
grind. And not just earn money, but how you can multiply it, grow it rapidly, and also just invest in your future. Things like medical insurance, those are things now priority to me. Even like my insurance guy has just been like, yo, you need to renew, you need to renew.
Yeah.
So to me, it's not like those things of like, not si ati nikikosa kuwa mgonjwa. What if?
Yeah.
What if it happens? Because having like car insurance is compulsory. It's illegal to drive in the country
Yeah.
without car insurance.
Because we are one like medical bill away from poverty. No matter how much
Medical
money
bills
you have.
will wipe you out clean. So when I
Like,
see people saying like M-Pesa, like we need help, usijiulize ati like, oh, see, I thought they had money.
Yeah.
Medical bills like
You're
wipe you
what-
clean.
Even if you have millions in your
They
bank right
wipe
now
you.
in terms of savings,
Gone.
one medical bill.
Where? Gone. So a good start would be like, because we're still in the topic of health, a good start would be like, if you can afford medical health, just pay
Yeah.
for it. If you are reckless, you live a reckless
Especially
lifestyle.
as young people.
Yo, get
We
it.
don't take these things seriously.
Me, I was just like, you know what? I don't want to ever be in this position again. So now there's some basic things like just eating right. I try and eat right.
Yeah, exercise.
Exercise. And so even when you brought up something like meditation and you talk about anxiety, I'm like, I understand why that's important. But to me, I'm telling you, that's the only time I think I could wake up in the morning and I'm like, I hope I was dreaming because there's no way. Like, no, you need to go back to hospital today. I was just like, oh, shit.
For real.
I was just like, no, this is not happening. Every time
Yeah.
you sleep, I'm like, I hope it's not true when I wake up in the
Yeah.
morning. And then I tried like, taking a few shots, nini, sleep. Oh, you wake up in the morning, that reality is not going anywhere.
It
So
hits you.
it's important to understand how to deal with hardships because one way or another, you'll still have to.
You will. Life will always life.
Yeah, we'll just come with something unexpected at
Yeah.
you and you'll have to handle it.
True.
So
mental capacity, like mental stamina, it's really
And
important.
it's actually all here. I think making money, it's all here. Dealing with
With
relationships,
life,
here.
yeah.
Life,
Yeah.
personal growth, it's all mental.
Yeah, because I feel
all
like
mental.
even after this whole period where I was having my battles inside, after that, like I appreciate, even when I have a good day, like even right now in this moment, you're like, oh my God, I feel so peaceful. Like, hakuna kitu inani stress, nothing. Even when I have a meal, I finish like the whole plate. I'm like,
Yeah, it's like,
I'm
that
like,
was a
wow,
good
man,
meal.
I had the appetite. Like, I had the appetite.
Yeah, yeah.
These days I even enjoy meals. Like every flavor, I'm just like, I'm enjoying this meal. Because there was a time I didn't have the appetite. I was eating because I have to. I was forcing myself.
Because you don't want to wake up the next day. You don't have the strength to go and hustle. but so now, like, if you're just to give advice to maybe like young people who are suffering from that, because I know like also like girls, they go, there's too much peer pressure around.
Yeah.
Guys are okay, like I think guys kind of get hit with reality differently.
Yeah.
Because we don't get favors for anything.
Yeah,
A guy can be a hard worker.
Yeah.
Those rewards before they come, my friend,
Inachukua time.
it'll take time. But I think for chicks, if you're, let's say, young, you're pretty, so many other things will always be offered to you because, because of your youth.
Yeah, true.
You know how to carry yourself.
Yeah,
I think
true.
you understand what I'm saying. And any other girl who's not getting that might feel discouraged because they're like, okay, what am I lacking? What do I have to do? And, and you just become such an easy kind of prey to people who can manipulate and control you because they're like, I know what your problem is and I know what I can dangle in front of you to control you. So like what advice maybe would you give to like girls who they don't know, haven't figured it out, dealing with anxiety, success, all those things?
What I can say is what really helped me is when I woke up and I remember that day I prayed and when I meditated, because these days I feel like even writing, it really helps you know exactly what. You might wake up and think, oh, it's because I'm fighting with you.
Yeah.
This is why I'm stressed.
Fighting with who?
No, I'm just saying, like, for example.
Oh, okay. I get you.
It's because you're fighting with someone, maybe you're fighting with your partner. That's why you're stressed. But there's something deeper than that.
Yeah, that's true. There's always
and
something.
And I realized, and that day when I did my meditation, I realized, it's because I'm hanging on to the way I thought life should be.
Yeah.
The way I thought my life should look like.
Yeah.
Like how it's starting to look like now, it wasn't the plan. You know?
Yeah.
Like I want to be in control. I want my plan to work, not this whole thing that is happening right now. You know? When I realized that, and I decided to let go, and I realized, you know what? Life is to be experienced. Actually, I was listening to another Indian, I think, leader. I don't know how they're called.
Who?
On YouTube.
Is it the guy with white beards and
exactly.
he's the wise one?
Exactly.
I know him.
Yeah.
I've forgotten the name.
And he said life is all about experiences. And that was my wake-up call.
Yeah, I think I also learned from that.
That was my wake-up call.
He was talking about once you don't hold it in.
Don't hold it in. If your business has failed, that was an experience. You go and do something different.
You learn from it. Don't hold into
and I realized,
I'm stressed, depressed.
Oh wow, I don't want at the end of my life to be like, I only did this one thing and I died. I only ran one business and I died.
Yeah.
Like there is nothing juicy about my journey.
And I think if you watch YouTube videos and you watch success stories, you're like, no, everybody has gone through this. It wasn't all
up.
From Microsoft, Apple. Imagine starting a company and being kicked out of your company and seeing it grow.
Imagine.
People have gone through so much.
So much.
You're here with a small hurdle and you're like...
Yeah, so many people that I listen to on the financial sector, most of them, wanasemanga pia wao, they had a wake-up call. 2008, they were losing everything.
Yeah.
They were losing houses.
Yeah.
Ada Sean Cannon wa Think Media, he was like,
that's
we lost everything.
That's like our pandemic thing, because them 2008 now, that's when Pia...
Even Ray Dalio, right?
Yes.
He lost everything in 2008. Yep. So I'm like,
but all these people bounced back.
Yeah, they bounced back.
Yeah.
So it's the same thing. They learned their mistakes.
Yeah.
And now they're where they are.
They're handling things differently.
So it's our time to learn our mistakes.
And when you hear Kwanza how much people lost, you're like...
Houses.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. See, remember me saying this. That's why when I'm saying, somebody's scamming me 2Gs, Nini.
Yeah.
It's even 100 right now, but 100 I'm saying because I'm in a better position, right? Even 100, I'll be like, it's okay, because there could have been more that I could have lost with having you around or trusting you in this way.
And he would have been, maybe she would have become a liability, because,
of course.
I feel like right now, whoever you get into a relationship with, especially long term, or get married to eventually, really dictates how your life is gonna go.
And I think even just
they really do.
Finances, first of all, and finances, as much as people never want to have that conversation, it contributes to almost almost everything. So I know for a fact, for me, there's some chicks I'm just like, okay, this one's just for short term. Because there's not literally it would be we'd have a conversation about A, B, C, and D, and you'd do something completely different. And it would ruin your financial situation or what you had.
And now it becomes your problem.
Yes. Because I genuinely do care about you. Now it stresses me as well.
Now imagine they're your wife.
Hey,
they have done something stupid. They have taken a loan even against you. Now, anaitishwa do.
Vitu zako zinakujiwa.
Who will be auctioned? Your house.
Me, I'm just going to do my choo-choo with my car hapo hivyo, where's my car? Where did I park? My car is gone. And it starts with small things, because those small things are what will affect you. And people don't understand. You think it's a game now, but trust me.
I listened to this person who's called Bedros and Kulian Show. I think it's a podcast about men, but I don't know why I listened to it. But he says how you do one thing is how you do everything.
Everything.
These days I usually judge people by that.
You just have a look at someone, you're like...
I'm like, that's how you do your thing, because that's how you do everything.
Of course. And you can immediately tell, and it's never far-fetched, because you'll actually start seeing everything else around them. You're like,
yeah, makes sense.
Makes sense. You can't control yourself with this small thing. You can't do this. You can't... Then everything else just falls into place in how you do.
Yeah.
People who just love chaos And that's just how they
And
operate.
that's just
you
how
think
they
it's a one-time
operate.
thing. Like, that's just... In fact, their life won't be fun, or they
Without
can't
the
sleep
chaos.
without the chaos.
Chaos. True.
Yeah. So, I mean,
True.
it's just interesting to know how people live
Yeah.
and move. But I think I prefer to learn from people's mistakes and not find myself in the same shoes. I
Yeah.
won't do the same mistake I've seen.
And I realized my toxic trait when it came even to friends, I was looking for me in other people.
You can't. Crazy.
That is why for such a long time I didn't have friends, because I was like, they have to do
Why aren't
things
they
my
behaving
way.
the same way? No. So now you can imagine. You at least you have, like you've said, you have a handful of friends.
Yeah.
You have so many friends, and it kept on getting frustrating. It's like, what? Isn't this like common sense? Isn't this like common? Why would you?
Exactly.
And then I realized, like, listen, that's not my place. All I can do is I can mention it. It's like, hey, by the way, I don't think this is and then me, I'm out. Yeah. So you handle whatever you need to handle the way you handle it, because that's the best way you can do it. If I was in that position, I wouldn't have done the same. But, I guess you just live and learn.
Yeah, true. Because I feel that's why I got into the point of I'm here to experience people. Like, I'm not here to put on the burden of you're supposed to be a forever thing. Because now if I look for forever thing, I'm looking for me.
You've been very specific with
Like,
that. Is there a reason why?
No.
You don't even have a poker face at times when you're talking about. It's something I say to you, and I know the exact reaction that you're going to give. In fact, I'm like, Anastasia, you need to learn how to put a poker face on. Like, somebody can just like say something and just like, no, I actually mean, hey, listen, you haven't learned that from like YouTube videos.
No, me, I love expressing myself. I want to see you to see me.
Yeah, okay, but back to what you're saying.
I was saying?
You're saying that...
Yeah, I was looking for a me.
No,
you know why I keep repeating that is because I'm experiencing a really beautiful life with my friends. And it's just like I've been missing out on this.
Imagine.
Because I've been putting my standards into other people's lives. It's just like I love you with your shortcomings. That's not how I will do my way, but allowing them to live their life and me to live my life.
Which makes sense. And, anyone who's an adult, they understand exactly what you're talking about, because those are things you'll go through every single day.
Because you see, now,
it will frustrate you, but once you understand, you're like, okay, now that's just how everybody is.
Not interested in the financial blah, 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 but she's really nice.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you need to know these things, but she's not interested.
Yep. But here's the thing, I'm always talking about finances.
Looking into the future, I'll start overthinking the situation.
Yes. And you can't let everyone's kind of problem on any be then for me, I realized, like, even when it comes to finances, when you come to me and ask about a tip about something, nowadays I can just have that one-on-one, like, whether you can do this and this is less risky, this is good, at least this one there's no tax here there might be tax, but this is a percentage, but I'll give you every specific detail because you asked me. I'm like, my friend actually asked me this because they know I'm good at this. I'll give you that breakdown. But so now I realize, like, if somebody is not in need, but what I know is, like, we all have to deal with money.
Yeah.
Whether you like it or not.
You
can say, it doesn't interest me. Give it time.
It will.
Give it time. Give it time. It'll be like, by the way, like, it will go on time.
By the way, totally divert kutoka kwa swali yako yenye uliniuliza advice I'll give
people. Young girls who are feeling pressured and...
One, you have to learn how to be patient. Because you'll be in situations, because I also have friends. Now, these are not close. There are those people when you just know each other and then they're friends.
Yeah.
I know people who are being taken care of and they're living a good life.
Very good life.